Hello everybody! Welcome back to another stream here on the channel. My name is YouCan'tJustice, and oh my goodness, we are finally back with some Skyline Rem. Can you believe it? It's finally back. Well, I mean, it hasn't been too long. It's been about a month, I'd say. I've been able to produce, I'd say, maybe one stream a month due to my schedule. So yeah, it's goodbye. Thank you, Lilla. By the way, shout out to Lilla and Flints who are backstaging my point of view in this stream and whatnot. You probably can't hear them because they're muted in Discord, but yeah. And also thank you to Cat Kittersons and Flame for helping out as well. I'll get all the thanks out at the end, obviously. But yeah, hello everybody. Welcome back to another stream here on the channel. We are doing another installment of Skyline. Now, I will tell you guys, there's probably going to be some scuff moments that'll happen in this stream. I'm fully expecting it because of how complex the stream probably is. I meant to divide this stream into two, but my schedule unfortunately made me mash them together. So yeah, expect some scuff here and there, but you know, we're obviously going to play it off as a bit because, you know, we love seeing some fun scuff here and there. We shouldn't feel embarrassed about it. It happens. It always happens. Scuffline Rem. Exactly. Yeah, it wouldn't be Skyline without some scuff. But yeah, I'm fully expecting some scuff to happen. It always happens. It's just the way of life. Hashtag Scuffline Rem. I need to make the scuff emo. That's something that someone suggested to me. But yeah, today we're back with another installment, and we're gonna be joined with Cam's character as well, but I won't spoil what all of that is about. So a quick TLDR about the last stream. The last stream ended off, if you didn't watch it already, I highly recommend you watch it. It's over on my VOD channel. But for anybody who doesn't mind, a quick TLDR, my character in Cam managed to follow a trail back to a certain area that managed to unravel some clues as to what and who is causing the stealing item phenomenon, I guess you can call it, and the robberies at the docks, and we ended off by Justin suggesting that they do a stakeout. So who knows what's gonna happen this stream? I'm sure everybody realizes it. I hope I explained that well. I don't think I did, but if you wanna you go watch the previous episode. It is on my VOD channel for you to watch and whatnot. But yeah, this stream is gonna be like, I will tell you guys, this is probably the most complex stream I've done for Skyline as of right now. So that's why I said there's probably gonna be some scuff. I'm sure absolutely nothing bad will happen. When has everything bad happened in the world of Rem? The travelers, they're always having to deal with their shenanigans and whatnot. But honestly, thank you all for showing up today. Thank you all for showing your support no matter how scuffed the stream will be and whatnot. You guys are amazing. Everybody who's helping out is amazing. Everybody's amazing. You get the idea. But honestly, I think I shouldn't stall any longer and whatnot. Stall's not really the right word. It would be, you know, you get the idea. I probably shouldn't hold back anymore. So I want to see you guys in the chat say that it's time for the lore. All right, because I every time I do this, I always have to ask chat, are you ready for the lore? And I want to see chat. I want to see chat saying they want the lore. Yeah, there we go. Give us the lore. I will bully you in chat. Thanks, Lilla. Lilla, why aren't you? Hold on. Why is Lilla not a mod in my chat? Okay, I'll fix that later. I'll fix that later. I'll probably make Flint's a mod too. But anyways, that is gonna do it for me for now. And we'll see you all in the lore. I almost did my outro there. That was kind of weird.
Just fake it. I only know how to pull myself apart. I never thought I'd go this far.
then. How late is it? Oh, yeah, it is very, very late. Or at least it's getting late, I should say. Well, we gotta get going. That tent that I set up there is probably not gonna, well, not gonna stay there much longer if I just leave it there. Someone's bound to definitely go check it out and, well, get suspicious. So, do I have everything? Snacks, flint and steel for the fire. Okay, good. Cells? I know you obviously can hear me, but I think tonight's the night that we're definitely going to need each other the most. Especially if I'm going to be taking shifts with Cam. I need something to keep me awake besides snacks. Alrighty then. Hold on, I just need a second. I'm actually a little nervous, I guess you could say, but I guess that's what happens when, well, I guess that's what happens when you're about to confront thieves, or maybe not. We might not be able to confront them tonight, but if everything I've theorized is correct, they'll come back. They'll come back after seeing their small victory, and they'll get too cocky. They'll try to get more. All right, let's go. As you begin to make your way out of your room, you would stumble across someone you didn't expect to see up this late. Justin? Naomi would say to you as she looked in your direction. Naomi? Your good friend would slowly make their way towards you, smiles across their face as she looks up at you. I didn't expect to see you up so late, she would let out. Couldn't sleep either? She then followed up as her eyes remained locked onto yours. I guess you could say that. Your reply intrigues her as her expression changes from one of curiosity. She can tell something is up and is eager to know what's up. Are you going somewhere? You're not running away, are you? Naomi would spit out, causing her to somewhat panic a bit. Your eyes widen as you realize what's going on and place your hands on her shoulders to calm her down. No, it's nothing like that, Naomi. Don't worry. The look and sound of worry would exit her expression as she breathes a sigh of relief. She really doesn't want to see who she considers as a friend just leave all of a sudden with no notice. It makes you smile inside, seeing that she cares about you so much. Oh, thank you, Unity, she would say in relief as she composed herself. So, why are you up this late, big guy? If you don't mind me asking, she would then ask. It's a little complicated. Naomi would further develop intrigue as she could really tell something was on your mind and wanted to do anything she could to hear you out. You want to talk about it? She would ask you in a calm voice. You get an anxious feeling inside, but ultimately put it to rest as you think about what's going on. Up until this point, the only ones who knew about your investigation were Savannah and Cam. It wouldn't hurt to tell another one of your trusted friends. I see no harm in doing that. I trust you after all. Naomi would smile as she gestured over to one of the sofas so that the two of you could sit down and talk. You make yourselves comfortable as the both of you sit down next to each other instead of across like you usually do. What's on your mind, Justin? Naomi would ask calmly. You look at her as you ready yourself with an answer you already prepared in your head. The dock situation is, well, it's not exactly gotten better, unfortunately. With so many leads that I've come across, it's only delayed the inevitable, and, well, I was told not to come into work by Savannah because, well, there was a little bit of a situation that happened. A lot of customers were really unhappy with the fact that their stuff got stolen, and that's because, well, the docks got hit by a major heist last night, and, well, that's the result of it. whoever's doing these robberies has gotten completely worse with it. And well, I guess they decided to go big or go home. And well, that's exactly what happened. The results of it are kind of starting to show, and well, there's no chance we can ignore it anymore. At least Savannah was able to deal with it while I did my own thing. All the information within your recap of the situation brings a look of shock to Naomi's face. Wow, it's gotten that bad, hasn't it? How's Savannah holding up through all of this? Naomi would ask, obviously concerned for their friend. She's doing fine, actually. I hope to manage to calm her mind enough so that she and the others could deal with the situation at ease. Thankfully, it all went well. What a relief. Poor Savannah, though. She shouldn't have to deal with whoever's doing this. It's already bad enough that it's affecting customers, but her too? Somebody has to pay for all of these cases of theft, Naomi would blurt out, agreeing with you. In your mind, though, you already found the possible trail that would lead you to the ones responsible, and it was time to tell your friend about that as well. That, might be more closer than you think, Naomi. Naomi's expression turned to intrigue once more. Oh? Why's that? Did the guards finally find a lead or something? She asked curiously. More like I found a lead, or me and a friend found a few leads. Naomi's eyes would widen once more. What do you mean? She further asked. There was a reason why I did my own thing earlier today. It's because Savannah excused me from work that day, as I volunteered to lead an investigation, or private investigation, to find whoever was responsible for these thefts and, well, the heist that happened last night. And, well, me and a friend that I really haven't talked about decided to team up and take on the case. And, well, we found something. We interviewed a couple of customers, and, well, we figured out that what was being stolen was not necessarily valuables, but necessities like food and water, stuff that you would need to in order to survive. And, well, me and Cam both got the idea, or that's my friend's name. Me and her got the idea to look at the docks themselves because we thought maybe they left something behind, the thieves, that is. And well, we did find what they left behind, because something was left behind. We found a busted crate that looked like it got pried open, and that led us to a crowbar. And that crowbar led us to a trail of items that were leading back to somewhere, and sure enough, we found a stash that had, I don't know how to describe it, clothes to disguise someone. That's what a tailor assistant told us, because we went to one after we found it. We found crowbars, and there's just a lot to explain, but just know we found some stuff, and well, that's possibly going to lead us to who did this. Oh my, that's actually quite impressive. Seems like she trusted the right person for such a job, she would reply while playfully nudging your shoulder. The two of you exchanged smiles. So, where do you plan on going from here? It seems like you might have hit a dead end from what you told me so far, but you did also say that whoever is doing this might just answer for their crime soon, so I assume you already know? She would ask curiously. I do. It's where I'm actually heading tonight. Me and my friend Cam are going to try and confront them. Naomi gasps. What? Justin, are you sure that's a good idea? What if you and your friend get hurt? She would burst out, clearly worried for your safety. Naomi's concern reminded you of what happened in the past. The time you had to defend Eliza and Hazel from the awful dread hunters who only wanted their pound of flesh. The idea of wanting to defend and help your friends just felt like the right thing to do. I truly wish there was another way, but Naomi, there sadly isn't one. Me and Cam understand the risks, but want to bring justice to those who deserve an answer, and that includes Savannah. Naomi would move closer to you. I know you do, and that's one of the greatest things about you, but please also think about your safety too. I don't want to see you get hurt, Naomi would say, looking down. This felt oddly familiar. In fact, Naomi reminded you so much of Hazel in particular, a friendly dread who cared so much about your safety. It felt nice. It made you warm on the inside. You place one of your hands on her shoulder, making her look up at you. You give her a warm smile as she looks deep into your eyes. I'll make sure we're okay, Naomi. I promise. You trust me, right? Naomi returned the smile, but through it you could see her true emotion and looks of trust. Your courage and bravery was always something she had admired ever since day one. Of course, I trust you, big guy, she would reply, making the two of you smile once more. The moment you were sharing with her continued to make you feel warm, but not as warm as what she did next. Naomi would then all of a sudden jump into your arms, embracing you tightly and not wanting to let go. You really meant the world to her. Naomi? Naomi would slightly giggle as she kept her brace around you. Just be safe, okay? I wouldn't want to see that face of yours getting ruined. She would compliment you, making you fluster a bit, but also giggle in response. She would slowly let go of you, locking her eyes onto yours once more, still giving you that smile you always loved to see. Always. Oh, and thank you. Naomi smirked, revealing that she doesn't really try to hide her compliments towards you. No problem, big guy, she would say as she playfully nudged your arm again. You then rise to your feet as Naomi would remain seated on the sofa, keeping her eyes locked on you as you moved. Wish me luck. Naomi would send you a wink their way, wishing you so. It's time to head out. Nowhere else but forward, Cells. Nowhere else but forward. Alright, I mute. Wait. No, I didn't. Alright. If I remember correctly, she's around this corner. Or at least I hope she is. I think I remember this area. Oh, yeah, here it is. I certainly hope I'm not intruding. Well, not intruding. I'm not gonna break in. Good lord. I'm sure she's fine. It seems like she's having a conversation with Amanda. And of course the door is locked, because I can't imagine a shop would be open in the middle of the night. Anyways, we'll just go ahead and give it a nice knock. Let's give the door a knock. Hopefully she heard that.
A small thing? Oh. Oh, I must away.
Hello?
Coming!
Okay. I didn't want to shout because I didn't want to, well, you know.
They're all aware, don't worry. Me and Manda were having our conspiracy theories on if it could have been a squirrel. Like a group of squirrels with a crowbar.
Are you talking about The thieves?
Listen, I got a little stir crazy while waiting when I got off
Yeah,
of
I don't
working.
I don't I don't think a bunch of squirrels are gonna be able to fit in that jacket we found.
Forgot to consider the jacket. Oh, it's all good. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to scream because, well, I'm assuming Kirsten's asleep.
I'm pretty sure she just like was wrapping up some stuff. She might have gone upstairs soon or just went on like quick little errands or something.
No, Cells, not squirrel thieves. Okay, good. Now you got me thinking about it. Good lord.
Listen, I think 3 squirrels could handle a crowbar the size of a loaf of bread.
But pulling off a heist, I don't think so. What
Never
am I
know.
what am I saying? Why am I talking about this?
Listen. Squirrels would do a lot of things for acorns. You never know.
Okay, look. After we parted our ways last time, or earlier, I should say, I went ahead and bought a tent and set up a nice little fire pit over in one of the areas we're going to be staying in. If all else, if what I'm thinking is correct, they will get cocky and they will try to go back for more. Because, well, these thieves, I guess they were clueless enough to leave something behind and not go back for it. So, who knows, these might just be, well, I guess you could say the average thief. Just considering on what we know so far, we can't really confirm if that's the case, but it's something, I don't know, I just have a feeling. I have a feeling that they will come back. After all, if you score big, you definitely want to get more, right?
Yep, indeed.
Well, I just hope I'm right. I hope we're right.
Hope there's only one way to find out.
Alrighty then, let's go.
Yep, let's go. You feed it?
Alrighty then. Ooh, it's a little dark.
Yeah, I mean, it's like middle of the night, so...
Well, I can at least see the outline of the tent.
Oh yeah, that is a tent. That is indeed a tent.
Just go ahead and bring this torch over here. Just set down a light, at least temporarily. Yeah, setting up a tent is not exactly easier here than it is from where we're from.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it was built right.
Yeah, but let me just go. That torch isn't gonna last long though, so let's just go ahead and set a fire.
It's warm.
That was quite the journey to get here, honestly.
Indeed.
Man, I have no idea what's gonna happen if we, well, If this works, honestly. A lot of things could happen, and, well, even my friend Naomi kind of told me. She kind of reminded me of the risks before I came here.
Yeah, Kirsten wishes us the best. Amanda is Amanda. Amanda's about to have a bad time. Kirsten's gonna be most likely pulling Amanda to do any extra work around the house.
Well,
So,
let's just hope that everything goes well. Because, well, I mean, up until this point, the only person that really didn't know about the situation was Naomi. I initially wanted to tell her first, but I don't know, I just didn't want to make anybody worry. Savannah knows. I'm assuming Savannah has told Harvey, so I'm assuming he knows as well.
yeah, it's like Kirsten knows roughly what me and Amanda have went through before coming to Erwin. So, she's not that worried. But still, there is that worry.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not every day that you just fall into a new world and now you have a different life. But you know, I think when it comes down to this life, I think I know what I want to do. I just need to think about it a little bit further before I can really be content with myself.
That's completely fair. I've been trying to figure it out as I go. And so far, I'm learning how to make stuff with blacksmithing, which is actually really fun. It's like it was fun in MMOs and all that, but it's actually really fun to do in person.
I'm sure it is. I mean, I haven't really taken an interest in that kind of stuff, but
Yeah,
you know,
it also
it does seem
help.
interesting.
It also does help having some type of power that if you accidentally do give yourself a slight burn, you can kind of like put a little bit of like a cold thing over it, so it helps getting used to the heat.
Yeah, perhaps.
Kind of.
I mean, I've just been working 2 jobs, helping lift cargo in and off ships, being a bouncer. I haven't had to throw that many people out, I guess you could say, recently.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, probably because they noticed I was there. And if you have the reputation that you have, well, I'm sure word of mouth spreads that you don't want to try anything at the Derman's Den because they got themselves a nice big bodyguard now, I guess you could say. One that's a Petrian as well, which is somewhat feared for their, strength, which is something I read a while ago.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah,
There's a lot that I still don't know.
There's a lot that I still don't know either. I mean, the only reason I found out what I was is because I had to go to a library about it.
Yeah, the only reason why I found out what I was Amanda came across me and told me I had wings, yes, but I wasn't dead.
Yeah. That's something I often question. How did we survive the fall?
Honestly, I don't know. It could be
I remember falling from high in the sky, and I don't know, maybe I blacked out before I hit the ground. I don't remember, but when I hit the ground, it didn't exactly. I don't know. I don't know how it. This is something that I've noticed, but I don't know if I blacked out or not. But I remember before I hit the ground, I felt it. I felt some impact, but it didn't feel like a regular impact, I guess you could say. I'd assume that if you fall on your back or, on your stomach or something like that, you would feel it all throughout your body, obviously.
Yeah.
And you know what your body feels like, and you know the shape of it. But it's like I wasn't that shape. It's like I was some sort of mass. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this was a product of me blacking out or not. That's an even better question. The impact that I left, it wasn't even shaped like me. It was round, Because I assume if you hit the ground, you're gonna leave an imprint of your body shape, right?
Like, there was like kind of one for mine. It was more so like I had like a good crater radius on mine. I think it was like a decent like crater. I think I don't know how to measure craters.
I mean, I didn't really
Still a blur.
measure mine either. I kind of just filled it up with Eliza when I was still with her, and that was about it. But I just remember how peculiar it was. I don't know, maybe it has something to do with this weird thing I read in that same book where I found out I was a Petrian. Because in that book it said something along the lines of they secrete or leak like black goop. It's like something that leaks from us.
So you're goopy, is what you're saying.
I mean, the book said that I leak it out, but I don't know exactly what that means because I've never really had that happen to me. I don't even know. I don't even want to like guess where that comes out of. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the cracks on my face.
That could be it, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Until I meet another Petrian, which I haven't, I don't think I'm gonna find out for quite some time, but it's...
I do know I need to find someone that can kind of explain the ice stuff at some point, because I still don't get it.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. You told me about how you have this like ice magic thing going on.
Yeah, I could show you real quick if you want.
Sure. I mean, I didn't really get to see it firsthand too much. Did I? I don't know.
You might want to move.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay, yep. That is...
Yeah.
I've only ever seen someone use magic once. Well, I mean, magic in terms of something like, big, something that you cast from something, and that was Hazel.
It's like, I don't know why, it just kind of feels natural.
Maybe it has something to do with the fact that you have wings. I mean, your eyes, they're like icy blue. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Who knows? I guess I'll just have to like ask around and maybe find someone, be like, hey, do you know why I can shoot this and do this with snow? Like, why am I so snowy and icy? I don't get it.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of things for us to figure out. But man, I feel like I belong out there. I feel like I belong outside these walls. Like something,
Yeah.
I mean, we've met each other. We live in the same vicinity where we're from.
Yeah.
But I don't think I really gave you the full picture.
Yeah.
I live alone. I don't live with anybody. I have my own house. I have a job that kind of sucks, but you know, puts food on the table. And
yeah,
well,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's kind of just boring, I guess you could say. I don't make enough to travel the world, which is something that I really, really wanted to do, because so many times I watch videos and all that stuff when I'm relaxing, and I just see so many people having so much fun going to places, and it feels like I could never really do that. And well, maybe I'm not meant to do that in that world, at least. I mean, hell, the only real interaction I've had most of the time is, you know, going to that shop and actually bumping into you.
Yeah.
Interactions are kind of just, you know, they come and go, but you know, I kind of moved out when I was a little on the younger side, and kind of just been on my own ever since. So when I woke up into this world, I thought maybe this was my chance to finally do what I wanted to do. Because in this world, I mean, yeah, money's a thing, but nothing's really stopping me from just getting up and traveling. I don't have to pay, I don't know, $500 for a plane ticket and all that stuff. I could just pay a couple copper coins.
I do know that Amanda, for example, wants to get out of here at some point. I just don't know when.
I mean, I love this place. I do, and
Yeah, same.
I don't want to leave my friends. I really, really don't. But I think if I explain to them that I want to travel, I think they would support me, or at least I hope
Be
they
honest
will.
with them. That's how you can tell the true friends from the non-true. You tell them the truth, and they will not get mad at you if you want to do something that you want
I
to do.
mean, I really do. I mean, there was never a doubt in my mind that they're true friends. I mean, one of them literally caught me sneaking out and was worried about my safety. In fact, she was worried I was leaving. Like I was planning on leaving and just not coming back, and so I had to tell her that I wasn't doing that because, well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
I think I pretty much have like a permanent travel buddy here now because pretty much once Amanda wants to head out, which I don't even know when because like we're still trying to get a little bit more money up for like all the supplies we need to go back on the road because like Amanda lost everything because of coming here now, so we're trying to get caught up, get all the equipment we need so we can hit the road.
Well,
But
I'm sure
I
both of us
like
will
it
figure
here.
out our routes.
Yeah, I know we'll figure it out in the end.
Arrowin's a nice place, don't get me wrong, and perhaps when I
Yeah.
leave, I'll be able to come back.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's like I don't think everyone's gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, of course not.
We just make sure to let me know when you head out. Like send me a letter or something.
Yeah, of course I will. I mean, I gotta send a lot of letters, but
Yeah.
you know, writing a few letters to a few friends doesn't hurt at all, especially in this world.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna take first shift, okay? So you might as well go get some rest.
Yeah. It's been a long day.
I'll be there in a few minutes. I'm just gonna probably warm up by the fire.
That is completely fair.
Alrighty then. Feels like I've been doing this for, I don't know, a few hours. No, not exactly. I am getting rather tired. At least the fire's still going. Gives me some light. Might as well eat something. I think a peanut butter cookie should be fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just... Cells, be absolutely quiet. I think I just heard footsteps. Sorry, Kim. Oh my goodness, I was right. I was absolutely right. Okay. Okay, Kim, wake up. Kim, wake up. We gotta go. They're here. They just walked past the tent. They just walked past the tent. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
I think they're taking the same path. So that's the path we're gonna take as well. Get up off the ground, come on.
I am on the ground.
Okay, just be very careful. Do not be seen.
That's why I was on the ground. I stayed out of cover sight.
Okay.
Strategy.
Just follow the same path. Stick to the shadows as well.
Okay.
I know that sounds a little corny, but I'm sure it's gonna work. I saw 3 of them. So we are gonna be dealing with more than what we can chew, possibly. Oh my goodness. I hope they didn't hear us. There's 3 of them. Just in case. Gosh, it's really, really dark.
Let's just keep it quiet.
Yeah, we will.
Hug the rock.
Cells, I don't know what silver wings are, okay? Yeah, they're going behind the barracks.
You're right. They might have the crowbar. Like one of their crowbars.
Yeah, one of them is missing because I have it with me. 3 of them, though. Of course it's 3 of them. No one person could pull off a job like that. So we were definitely right in that regard. We're gonna have to be very, very extra careful around here. Those are guard barracks.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot be seen by guards either.
I'm trying to...
I see them.
Quiet.
Okay, go. Oh, be careful. I forgot there was a balcony there.
They might think we're just mice.
Yeah, they're good. We're good. We're good. Most of them are probably asleep. I certainly hope so.
Exact. As long as we hug the wall, we should be fine.
Yeah, you're probably right, Cells. That's exactly what they're gonna go do. They're gonna go steal.
They are not venting. They are not venting. That is not what they're doing.
Please do not say that. I know what you're referring to.
Yeah, they keep saying they're venting. That is not the case. You got eyes on them?
No, I don't. They might have already made it down there. But since they're going to one place, we do need to move rather quickly. They might get in and get out like they did last time. Wait a minute, wait. Oh. How did they not hear us? In the back of their knee. Good lord, we're not resorting to violence.
Okay, looks like they're going.
Yep, those are our thieves. Here, quickly. I see some guards over there. Yeah, just be careful. Don't get seen. Violence should be avoided unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, let's...
Who knows, they might just surrender.
That could be it. We gotta catch them off guard. And then they go, oh no, we've been caught. We should turn back and not do this ever again. They turn against our ways.
Here, come over here.
Food right there.
Hug the wall.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'm actually a little nervous. I would be lying if I said I wasn't.
Hey, we got this. We got this. We are confident. We are great. We'll get these guys. And
Okay. Hide behind here. All right. They're distracted. All right. I can't help but notice, but with how irrational they are, who knows? They might surrender, right? They might just surrender. They got caught.
Maybe.
I really don't want to have to resort to what my cells are saying. Because as much as I know, sometimes it's necessary, I don't want violence to be the first call. All right? So we're just going to go in. And we're going to tell them to give up, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
They got caught. There's nowhere else for them to run.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Let's get them cornered.
All right, here goes nothing.
Okay, let's go.
Hey! The jig is up. Hey! Hey!
Get back here!
Oh, goodness gracious. I've never really done this before, so I apologize if I haven't exactly trained on this.
Thing I can picture, chase them and get them.
Oh man, this is gonna be a lot easier if you just turn around and surrender. Dang it.
You
All
okay?
these boxes. Maybe something that I should just suggest to our bosses, and maybe some organization around here.
Just be careful. Watch out for the rail.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many things on the ground. Yeah, we really need to clean this place up.
Yeah. Maybe they'll slip.
Hopefully. So many obstacles in our way.
On.
Goodness gracious, they're really, really fast.
Oh, we just need to run faster.
Oh no, they're going into the public. Hopefully no one's around.
Oh no.
It doesn't look like anybody's around. The heck are you doing?
Get back here.
Oh, I gotta be careful not to hit any of these. This is merchandise, and I don't exactly want to be responsible for a bunch of destruction. Where are they going?
I don't know.
Oh, careful, sorry. Oh goodness, that was one person. Hopefully they do not call the guards. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, they're trying to lose our cells. Goodness gracious, why do we have to run?
Come on.
Careful. Oh, goodness gracious. Cam, you okay?
I'm fine.
Just keep going. Just keep focusing, okay?
Okay.
Cells, I need you to encourage me a little bit more, okay?
Middle left.
They're not gonna get away with this. Not after everything they've done. This place seems familiar, right, Cam?
Oh yeah, this is where we talked about doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, isn't that ironic? Come on, seriously, you're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
Come on.
Oh snap, I hope that guard doesn't hear us. We really, really don't need the trouble right now.
Agreed.
Goodness gracious.
How long can they run?
I don't know. Oh crap, sorry. Careful, they're pushing you. I certainly hope they're not using some alchemy stuff.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Where are they going?
I don't know. I'm not used to this area that much.
It looks like they're splitting up.
Nope, they're trying to confuse us.
Oh wow, they're certainly doing it.
Oh, there's right from the guard.
Okay, thankfully they didn't see that. They are drawing too much attention. Goodness.
They might think we're playing a game. They might think we're playing a game or something.
I certainly hope not. Right. Seriously, I really hope that didn't bring unwanted attention.
Come on.
Okay. Sorry, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Goodness gracious, they really have us running around. I feel like I've said that more times than once.
My legs are hurting from all this running.
There's a dead end. Get him!
Yes. Get over here. Don't want to run now.
As the hidden trio in front of you both continue to run, it appears as if one is leading the pack found a possible way to escape. As they saw a sharp turn just ahead of them, Justin didn't want to take any chances with all of them getting away. Not on my watch! Justin bolts at incredible speed and finds the perfect opportunity to leap off the ground, and as a result manages to tackle one of the hooded figures to the ground, who thrashed around a bit and to try to escape your grip, but admitted defeat considering the circumstances. Justin glances up only to see the other two figures in shock as well, but not at him tackling their partner to the ground, but due to the ice wall that blocked their way. Cam took a guarding position and everyone could notice the bits of frost sparkling off of her hands. Did she just summon an ice wall to stop them? There was no time to think about it right now, as the hooded figure who Justin tackled started thrashing again. Hey, let me go! Ugh! They demanded, but not getting their wish. Not until we see who you really are. With one fell swoop of the thief's hood, Justin would pull it off and off of the perpetrator's head, revealing the face of who was on the other side. He was not prepared to see who he saw. A look of shock overlapped Justin's face. There he saw the face of a kid. What? What? You're just a goddamn kid! Cam would soon get the reveal for herself on her end as well, as the two thieves that she surrounded also decided to take off their hoods, where it was here that she was met with the same answer from under those hoods. A couple of young-looking kids. She couldn't believe her eyes. Justin would then grab a hold of the kid who he had tackled and dragged them over to the other kids. Cam and Justin now stood side by side, both with shock and confusion in their minds. That didn't stop them from seeking out the answers to the questions they had now. The stakeout was a success, and now it was time to get them to speak up. Start talking now! Taking a look at the kids, you both noticed that one held an expression of regret, one with a not-so-pleased look, and the last one carrying an expression that perfectly said the words, "Oh no." Just as the one who held regret in their face was about to speak up, their other friend had a few words to say of their own. "We don't need to answer to you. You're not guards," they said in a very sassy yet defensive tone. Cam and you looked at each other, seriously wondering why this kid was trying to play this game but didn't want to bend to their rules.
If it's the guards you want to answer to, then by all means, we'll bring them here.
After all, they kind of caused a little bit of a stir. Maybe they're coming right now. It seems like that did just the trick, as all three kids are now wore an expression of utter shock, as if they were about to be sent to prison. The one with regret suddenly bursted into tears, realizing their guilt.
Please don't call the guards on us. I don't want to get locked up. We were only doing this to survive, and Max said we wouldn't get caught.
She would suddenly blurt out, but get told off by her friend. Emily, why would you tell them my name? Ugh! Max would retaliate. Now you know two of their names, and thankfully you were about to learn the third, as the third one came walking over to their friend Max. Didn't you just reveal hers just now, though? That's a bit hypocritical, the third one would say before getting the same treatment as Emily. David, I swear I'm going to... Oh no. Max then sighed out, realizing what he did.
Great. Now that we know your names, perhaps it's time to really start doing the talking we requested a minute ago.
Emily continued to shed a few tears in the process while the others looked very defeated. Max looked like he wanted to say something again, but ultimately decided against it.
Are you going to call the guards on us?
Emily would cry out softly, causing the two of you to lessen your demanding-like tone, seeing as she was not in a good state. We won't unless you make us have to, all right? So work with us a little bit here, okay? You three have been stealing from the docks recently, and we simply want to know why. The kids all looked at each other. Max looked like he just wanted to leave, David still holding a look of defeat, and Emily wiping the last of her remaining tears. Emily then began approaching the two of you, regret clear in her eyes as she looked up at the both of you. Emily, what are you doing? We don't owe these two anything, right, David? Max blurted out as he looked over to his other friend for backup, but never got it. Emily would ignore her friend as all she wanted to do now was just say what she needed to say.
We'll show you why, if you'll let us,
she said softly. The two of you started to take pity on her, as if you could sense the regret in her voice. She wanted nothing more than to do the right thing in this moment. The two of you would crouch down on your knees, almost like a mother and father ready to hear what their child had to say.
Show us what you want to show us, okay? We just want to know the truth.
She would nod her head as her friend stood by. Well, what choice do we have, honestly, have left? David would chip in, while Max sort of muttered to himself. The two of you would then pick yourselves up off the ground.
We'll be keeping an eye on you while we head to where you're taking us. Please just don't try anything. We really don't want to have to call the guards on kids, so just cooperate with us.
Of course. Oh, sorry.
Of course.
Emily would chime. Better than seeing the guards, so I'm game, David remarked. Tisk. Whatever, let's just go, Max sighed. Emily would take the lead as her friends joined her, with the two of you following from close behind. It was time to finally get those answers. Well, thankfully we didn't have to walk for long.
Yeah. My legs need a break after that running.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys can run really fast.
Well, they're kids. They have more energy, honestly.
That makes sense.
All right, go on in.
Oh.
What? What is it? What? Donations box. Why does this place look like this? Kim?
Yeah.
You're not thinking what I'm thinking, right?
I think we're thinking the same thing.
Who's their caretaker, though?
I don't know. Oh.
The two of you would be joined by a third person who comes down the stairs and is surprised to see the kids up at this hour, as well as two guests in her home. She makes her way over to the two of you. Oh! Oh, yeah, you
yeah.
do it.
I can do it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hello. I wasn't really expecting company at this late hour. Did the kids let you two in?
The woman asks curiously. The two of you look up at each other, thinking that this has to be the guardian of these kids.
Yes, ma'am. That would be correct.
The woman would seem surprised by this, but nevertheless let it blow over.
Ah, I see. The kids are usually supposed to be asleep at the moment, so forgive me if I'm kind of surprised.
She would go on to state.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm Maribel. Maribel Willows, the caretaker of this orphanage here. But you can call me Mary for short. It's a pleasure to meet you both.
She would say as she reached out her hand. The two of you would both clearly take in the words she just said and noted to what she referred to as that this place is. This was definitely a shock to hear. Regardless, you wanted to keep it professional. It's nice to meet you two as well. My name is Justin, and this is my friend Cam. Say, I know this is something we speculated just a second ago, but correct me if I'm wrong, but you did just say that this place is an orphanage, right?
I did, yes. I've been the caretaker of this orphanage for many years. Why do you ask? Is there something wrong?
She would reveal with curiosity in her expression. The two of you would notice the kids lower their heads in shame, as they knew what was about to come next. You both knew the truth would hurt, but you needed to say it either way. It's the right thing to do. Mary, it really pains me to say this to you, but since you seem like a really sweet lady, I must inform you that the kids have been responsible for numerous acts of theft over on the Erewhon docks. Me and my partner here just caught them in the act, which is why we are here. Maribel's expression would change almost immediately. You both could see the potential heartbreak in her eyes, but also denial. Could you really blame her, though? This was a lot.
What? No, that can't be right. My kids would never do such a thing.
She responded as she stumbled over her words. Maribel would turn to face the kids.
Max, David, Emily, you have done no such thing, right?
She asked hesitantly, hoping their answer would be a no. David would nudge Max's shoulder, hinting that he should answer. Max sighs and lifts his head up, ready to tell his surrogate mother the truth. We have. They're telling the truth. I'm sorry, Mama, Max would say with such regret in his voice. Maribel's face then changed to one of complete heartbreak. She was feeling a lot of emotions just hearing those very words. The two of you felt incredibly bad for her, as it must have been very hard to reveal this to her.
If you need a minute, we can just step outside for a quick second.
She would face the two of you again, wiping a few tears from her eyes.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry, I just wasn't expecting to hear such news. Thank you, though.
she would tell the two of you, making you feel a bit relieved. Of course, we mean no harm towards the kids, even with what they have done. However, we do wish to know why they committed the acts of robbery, if that's okay with you, Mary. Maribel would slowly turn to the kids, changing her expression to one of disappointment.
Actually, I would like to know this as well. Which one of you wants to explain the meaning of all this?
She would ask firmly, making the kids feel even more guilty. Max would step up to the plate again, gesturing to his friends that he's going to take the blunt of the explanation. After all, he was almost seen as the ringleader for the group. There was no sugarcoating it. We just wanted to help you, Mama. We wanted to help you in the orphanage. It makes us sad seeing you so sad about everything that's happened here. We thought we could help by taking some of the supplies from the docks, Max would shamefully admit. Maribel's face showed so many emotions, but she knew she had to do something about this. She understands why they did it, but it's still wrong.
I understand you kids want to help me and appreciate the thought, but what were you all thinking? Stealing from the Erwin docks? You could have been caught by the guards, and then I wouldn't be able to save you.
She would state firmly while keeping her voice at a reasonable decibel. The kids would keep their heads down, still ashamed of what they have done. We're sorry, Mama, the kids would all say collectively. Maribel would drop the face of disappointment, seeing as the limit has been reached, before turning back to the two of you.
I am so sorry for all this. I should have done a better job at keeping an eye on them. I'm just so sorry about it all. You see, this place hasn't been in the best condition as of recent. I mean, it's really not hard to tell. Just look at it. We used to have a benefactor a while ago who made many donations to help keep this place afloat, but they sadly decided to pull their funding to us for reasons that are still unknown. Even today, I still don't have an answer as to why they abandoned us, but this is the result. It's been a struggle trying to make any coin around here, and I guess the kids wanted to take matters into their own hands, which they shouldn't have.
She would reveal, causing the two of you to feel an ache in your hearts.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about all that. We noticed the conditions when we first came in, but we had no idea how bad the situation was. You might just be the first people to have expressed such a thing. Hardly anyone comes in here to make a generous donation. We get some coins here and there from our nice neighbors, but they can't always lend us a hand as they have lives of their own and families they have to feed.
She responded in a depressing tone, pulling more at your heartaches. The both of you can feel some tears begin to form around your own eyes. It absolutely breaks your hearts, seeing that this nice and humble caretaker along with their adopted kids have to suffer like this. It was too much to bear with, and the both of you didn't want to make it worse. You glance at each other, giving a signal through your expressions that it wasn't right to take this to the guards. These kids were just trying to survive, and some acts of petty stealing shouldn't equal many years in a cold cell. We understand, Mary. All we really wanted to know was just the truth and hopefully put an end to the robberies, as it's affected many people. Since we now have our questions answered, we want to express our sympathy and tell you that we want to tell you that we won't take this to the guards. It doesn't sit well with us seeing a couple of young kids go to prison just because they wanted to help out. You see a grateful smile form across Maribel's face after she processed what you just said.
I'm so grateful to hear that. Thank you. I don't want to see my kids go to prison either, and don't you worry about the robberies anymore. They will never happen again. Right, kids? You won't ever steal again?
She would say as she turned to them all, being firm in the last part. Yes, Mama, we swear. Max said as the other two nodded in agreement.
Good. Now, I want you all to apologize to these nice people for the trouble you have given them.
She requested, making all of the kids approach you two. We're sorry, Max said first. Yeah, sorry for the mess we caused, David followed.
We won't ever do it again. We promise.
Emily finished off. The two of them gave a gentle smile. The two of them gave a gentle smile, seeing their generosity and willing to forgive them. There's always a time to learn from your mistakes. Let this be one of those times, okay? The kids would all nod in agreement.
All right. You three could go upstairs now. We'll talk more in the morning.
Maribel would tell the three kids. One by one, the kids would make their way up the stairs and out of sight, leaving only the adults in the room.
They seem really nice. Is it just you who takes care of them? Sadly, yes. But even if that's the case, I don't want to abandon these kids. They need someone to be their mother, and I'm sure as hell I'm going to be the one to them. Benefactor or not, even if this orphanage burnt to the ground, I would never leave these kids.
She would state firmly. You both would admire her commitment. That's very admirable. Has there been any luck with maybe finding a new benefactor?
I wish I could say there was. Most are very stubborn and greedy with their wealth. So when they see someone like me, they almost always look the other way.
She responded, making you both take pity on her. Justin in particular feels like he doesn't want to leave this place hanging. After all, it's been through. He may have finished his investigation, but now it felt like there was a new goal he had in mind. If I may, Mary, I would like to lend a hand in helping you find a new benefactor. Maribel was stunned to hear this.
You want to help me in finding a new benefactor? You would do that for me? For this orphanage?
She asked in shock. Justin would smile, indicating that he was serious about what he said.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
Maribel would say with a genuine thanks. There's really no need for you to thank me, Mary. You need the help, and I can assure you that I will do my best to try and find this place a new benefactor, and once I do, I will bring them here right away.
That's very sweet of you. It makes me happy to know that there's still hope after all. It may take some time to find one, but thank you so much for taking your time to do such a thing. I wish nothing but the best of luck in your attempts.
She would say with a friendly smile. I appreciate it, truly. Oh, and before we go, here's something for your troubles. It's not much, but it could go a long way. Justin would reach in his pockets and pull out a few coins. Cam, seeing what he was doing, would jump in as well and freely pull out a few coins from her own and handed them over to Justin. He gladly took them from her hand and handed them to Maribel. Maribel would be at a loss of words. She had not seen such generosity from strangers in a long time, and the sight of it made her heart melt, as it did with the two of you as well.
I know I've said this probably too many times now, but thank you two so much. I truly will never forget this night. I am seriously thankful.
She would respond, smile still on her face. You are absolutely welcome, Maribel. You have a great night now.
You too as well.
She would say lastly as she waved you two goodbye.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, you could tell me. But now I know what I must do. My investigation is over. I've put a stop to these robberies. We put a stop to these robberies.
Mm-hmm.
But from here on out, I think I'll bear this task alone. I only asked you to assist me. I only asked you to assist me with the robberies, okay? We figured it out. It's done. You can go home. You don't need to worry about this anymore.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely sure.
Okay.
This is something that I just need to do for them. I can't just leave this place like this. It feels wrong. I'm gonna find them a new benefactor. But first I need to tell Savannah what I've figured out. I need to go to Dermon's Den tomorrow night, and I just need to tell her straight up what happened and the explanation, but you shouldn't be a part of that, okay? You did so well. You did so awesome, okay? And if there's anything that you should take away from this is that you helped save a bunch of crimes from happening, okay? And even if you're not going to be helping me directly, those few coins you just gave me, that is enough to show that you support them, okay?
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you so much for helping me.
Hey, let's keep in touch, okay? Let me know once you get a benefactor for this place.
I'm going to get one. I'm going to find one. I can't tell myself that I'll try my best. I will do my best. I will find one. Even if I have to stay here for so long, I will find them a benefactor.
I know you will. You're stubborn. You'll find them one.
I guess stubborn's good in this situation, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The perfect nuance, I guess. It's really, really late. I shouldn't say it's getting late. It already is late.
I might be able to get some rest before I have to get up early.
Yeah, you probably should, because I don't see the moon in the sky
Kirsten
now,
will
so...
be a little bit lenient, but still.
Just tell her you were helping me out.
Yeah, she already knew, so... I'm pretty sure she's not expecting me to be coherent tomorrow, so...
Yeah, I'll definitely keep in touch with you, okay?
Definitely. Let's keep in touch.
Man, my legs are sore.
Yeah, I'm going to. Oh, and I have to walk all the way back to Astra Central.
Well, my place is on the way, so I'll walk as much as I can.
There's so many stairs.
Let's get going then. Sooner the better.
Yeah. Let's get back home.
then. I think that should about do it. Closing time already, wow. Alrighty then. Whew. Alright. Another day, another session. You, Harvey, and Savannah would make yourself comfortable in the same chairs once again as Naomi took her place behind the counter. You were all ready to begin your newfound tradition of meeting up for drinks and laughs. Splendid work as always, you two. Harvey would direct towards you and Naomi. Both of you would let out a confident smile and even bumped your fists together, feeling good about once again doing a good job at, well, your jobs. I assume we all want another round of our favorites from last time? Naomi would happily ask you all. A Petrian's delight? You know me so well. A round of laughs would be shared by everyone as they heard your joke. Naomi specifically would nudge your arm playfully, much like she did the other day. The others would agree with the notion of getting their usuals as well by nodding their heads in agreement. Naomi would then go and work her magic, being the best mixologist you would come to know. While she was at work, though, you knew what needed to be now considered. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. While she was at work, though, you knew what needed to be done now, considering your investigation had ended. The promise you made Savannah was still on the table. It needed to be answered. You figured now would be a good time to tell her, as it technically would be considered good news since you were able to get the robberies to stop in the process. With that being said in your mind, there's nothing else left to do. Hey, Savannah, about that investigation I'm doing on the dock robberies. I think it's safe to say we can consider that mystery solved. A moment of silence then fell over the group as your friends looked at you in disbelief. Even Naomi had to stop her work just to process what you just said. Seems like they were all intrigued on what you had to say. Savannah, especially. Did you manage to find out who did it? Please tell me you did, Justin. I would really love to know who gave me those constant headaches, Savannah would state. Oh boy. I did, yes, and I don't know how well you're gonna take this, but here goes nothing. It was some kids down at the orphanage near the docks. Trust me, I wish this wasn't the answer. The whole group goes wide-eyed as a result of hearing this revelation. Savannah in particular was especially not expecting this. It was just some kids from that orphanage near the market? Savannah would hesitantly ask, clearly taking in everything. You give her a nod, confirming her question as a yes. The group is stunned. And how'd you find that out, Justin? Savannah told me about your investigation stuff, and I'm sure it was quite the process to get to that conclusion. Harvey would ask curiously as well, also revealing he knew about your investigation as well. You think about what all had happened and pieced it together. The timeline to tell. Well, first we ended up asking those customers some questions, as you know, Savannah. And they told us what was stolen from their orders. Not valuable stuff like diamonds or jewelry or anything like that, just necessities like food and water, and you get the idea. That's when me and my friend Cam, who were investigating the matter, decided to get the idea to look at the docks, and well, we actually found a few pieces of evidence. There was a pried open crate, and I can only assume that one of their bags tore on that crate, because the next thing we found was a crowbar that was left at the scene. And that crowbar led us down a path of stolen goods that were, I hate to admit it, kind of comically placed there. I guess they just didn't notice that all of the supplies were falling out of their bags. And that led us to this stash, and it had these stitched up hoods that were only made specifically to steal from the docks. That's what a tailor assistant told us at Kara's tailor shop. And well, we decided that there wasn't anything else left to do and just do a stakeout. And so we did. And I had predicted that because of the fact that they managed to score a big heist, that they would potentially come back. Because, I don't know, maybe they got too cocky, maybe they thought that they could do it again and pull it off again, and, well, I was right. We ended up catching them. The group remains stunned as they try to process everything that has just been revealed. Wow. I honestly don't know what to say to all of that. I really thought you were going to tell us that it was some professional thieves or something, but this, I don't know how I feel about it. Harvey would chime in. Savannah would remain quiet as she continued processing everything. Naomi, however, was a little bit curious. Did you find out why they did it? Naomi would ask curiously. The faint images of Maribel kept bleeding into your mind as you remembered what the truth was. The thieves were the thieves were kids. I mean, of course, I just told you that, but if you put 1 and 2 together, you probably have already put together that they were stealing for necessity. These orphans, they were stealing because they were trying to survive. Their orphanage is not exactly in the greatest place right now. It's got cobwebs, broken furniture, holes in its walls, the whole 9 yards, ripped up carpet. Terrible, terrible conditions that nobody should ever have to be in. And there's a reason for that. The caretaker, Maribel, she's a very sweet lady, and she told me that they lost their benefactor. And ever since they lost their benefactor, it's been downhill. No one's been providing enough donations to keep the place afloat, and, well, that's why they started stealing. It was to survive. It was to help their caretaker. The information you had just told clearly had an effect on all your friends, as their expression said it all. You could tell they felt bad for Maribel and the kids who lived in poverty. Then, almost as if on cue, you noticed a tear slowly falling down Savannah's cheek. She felt the most remorse. Those poor kids. That poor woman. I don't want to send those kids to jail. They just wanted to survive. I can't do that to them. I just can't, Savannah would say as she fumbled her words, making you comfort her. Trust me, I didn't want to either. Even my partner Cam agreed. The silence only continued to fill the air as everything still felt it needed time to fully process in everybody's mind. This was certainly a lot to take in. So, with the robberies now stopped, what will happen to Maribel and the kids? Naomi would ask, clearly worried for the state of the orphanage. There is no doubt in your mind what you needed to do next. The investigation and robberies may have ended, but your quest was not over just yet. You had a new mission to tackle, and it was going to be one that you definitely wanted to resolve. Not just for the sake of Maribel, but for her orphanage as a whole. My mission is not over yet. I'm going to find that orphanage a new benefactor. I really, really don't want to leave them with nothing. They need one now more than ever, and I'm not going to stop until they get one. A sense of hope then filled the group A sense of hope then filled the group as they all looked up at you, clearly seeing you for who you truly were, a symbol of promise and hope, a man pure of heart and willing to help others. It made the group believe, with smiles forming on their face, showing how proud they were to call you as a friend. I want to help, Savannah would speak up, causing the group to turn to her. Maribel doesn't deserve to suffer because of some greedy scumbag who decided to leave her and her kids. Hold on, let me repeat that. Maribel doesn't deserve to suffer because some greedy scumbag decided she and her kids were just not worth their time. Savannah would go on to state. There we go, I did it. Making her intentions clear. You can hear the determination in her voice. It made you smile with confidence. By all means, you can. I appreciate it. Just when you thought it couldn't get any more sentimental, another surprise came your way. I do too, Naomi would say as she stood behind the counter. The more numbers we have searching, the better. Count me in as well, Harvey would then follow up. The support your friends gave made your heart melt. You made such a good impression on them that they were willing to go out of their ways to aid in your search for a new benefactor. They truly were friends you could trust. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much. No problem, big guy, Naomi would let out. It's the least we can do since you've helped us out a ton. Harvey would follow. Savannah would lock eyes with yours, giving you that same smile you always loved to see worn across her face. Well, cheers to that, she would say to you personally. I think this calls for a toast then. Naomi, start us off, will you? Naomi smirked as she began to work her magic again, creating all of your drinks with such speed that you had never seen before. There were no stumbles or mistakes, and she made the drinks before you all, almost as if she was a dancer who practiced her routine perfectly. Order up, she shouted, taking a bow. All four of you would then take your glasses and hold them high, ready to tackle the mission ahead of you. This time, not alone, but together. For Maribel, for the orphanage. Cheers to the efforts ahead of us. Cheers, you all said as your glasses made contact. May unity guide you all to success. You and the den crew would find yourself stationary on the sofa, feeling a little lost at your own thoughts, but more so exhausted as well. It's been about a week or two since you all started your search, and so far, almost all the candidates you've collectively approached have all only proven themselves to be no better than the benefactor who abandoned Maribel in the first place. Jeez, I didn't realize how many people could just be so scummy with their wealth, Savannah angrily let out, being the most displeased by some of the interactions she had. Yeah, I don't get why some of them have to be so rude either, Naomi would add, making Harvey put his hand on her shoulder to try and cheer her up. You, out of all of them, though, feel the most defeated. I promised Maribel I'd find her a new benefactor. I promised. Your friends would see the distraught look in your eyes as they all tried to comfort you. It's okay, big guy. Let's not give up hope, okay? We just gotta keep trying, Naomi would say with a hopeful smile. A few bad apples shouldn't be enough to stop us, Justin. We'll find someone, Savannah would add on while putting her hand on your shoulder as well. Thanks, guys. Truly. I guess I just need to get my head back on straight. Your friends continue to comfort you as you ponder within your mind, thinking about what your next move is going to be in finding a new benefactor. However, your pondering would be put on hold as you noticed Harvey pick himself up from his seat, which made everyone look at him. His expression holds a secret behind it. Harv, what's up? Savannah would ask. I know with everything going on right now, we shouldn't give up on our mission, of course, but I think it's also best if we get our minds cleared up. That way we can focus more when we get back on track, Harvey would suggest. The rest of you would look at each other, thinking that maybe he was right. After all, this search was for a good cause, of course, but it was taking a toll on all of your well-being. Perhaps you should all do something to calm your minds, as Harvey is right. You got to take care of yourself as well, and after all, you are a group of friends. What should you all do, though, in order to accomplish that? I mean, I think we're all okay with that, yeah, but what should we do? I think I know just the trick. I was originally going to share this all with you after we found a new benefactor, but I think now is an alright time to do so, Harvey would explain, revealing what he wanted to show you all. But what exactly? Share with us what? Naomi would curiously ask. Harvey would then pull out what appeared to be a set of tickets out of his pocket and holding them up to a show to show you all. 4 tickets to the now sold out show in Lavender Terrace, A Winter's Song, he would reveal, stunning you all. No way! Yes way, Harvey would reply, causing you all to stand on your feet as well. Yes! Naomi would shout as she jumped into the air. When did you get these, Harv? Savannah would ask curiously. Funny you should mention that. I actually bought these a while on my way to the den the morning after we thought about going to the show. Since you all seemed very interested in going to see it, I picked them up straight away. Harvey would reveal gleefully. Naomi would jump into Harvey's arms as she was more excited now than ever before. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, she expressed with such happiness in her voice. Don't mention it, bud, he would happily reply. Naomi would then let go of him, and afterwards, he would hand all of you one of the 4 tickets he had. You take a look at it and notice the words valid for one showing, meaning you could use the ticket only once for as long as the show was still showing at the amphitheater. So, when do you think we should go see the show? Haru would smile, clearly having an answer already in mind. What better time than tonight? After we close up here at the den, we can actually catch the show at the time it's set to. Seems like a good catch, right? We can have something to look forward to after our work here is done for the day, he would state. I'm so down for this, Naomi would let out. I mean, I don't see why not. What do you think, Justin? Savannah said as she turned to face you. I think Naomi's answer got me handled already. Naomi would then bring her affections to you as well as she jumped into your arms next, cheerfully laughing in excitement as she held on to you. You both shared some laughs as Savannah and Harvey would look at the two of you. The two of them are clearly in good spirits. Naomi would then loosen her grip on you, but still kept her arm around you, as you did the same. It's settled then. We'll all meet back here at the den for closing time, like we usually do, before heading out. Keep your tickets safe, he would then tell you all, making you all nod in agreement. Looks like now you've got a show to look forward to tonight with your friends. Exciting.
Tickets, please. Enjoy your show.
To those who have a taste for entertainment and a call for adventure, we welcome you to this very stage to witness a story like no other. A story that bears many twists and turns, elements at every corner, all told with the eyes of one single man. We hope you're ready, 'cause this is gonna be a show like no other. Welcome to A Winter's Song.
Alright, here we go. You and the rest of the gang would find yourself stationed near the gates of the amphitheater, feeling invigorated by the show, an effect that people would always get after Lonnie's performances. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, that was so good! Naomi explained, practically jumping up and down happily. She wasn't the only one, though, as the others seemed to be in better moods after the show. Honestly, I thought people were just exaggerating about the shows being good, but no. That was definitely worth it, Harvey says, smiling. The Den crew agrees unanimously. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel really relaxed and full of energy. Almost makes me want to go back to work right now, Savannah says, laughing a little. I don't think that's a good idea, Savannah. All work and no play makes you dull, after all. Huh? Those are some pretty wise words from you over here, Justin. Shouldn't be surprised though. You always did know what to say, Savannah says, laughing a little. Hearing that from her gave you a little chuckle, as you and Savannah were always having a bit of friendly banter. Naomi sighs, which makes you turn your gaze towards her. Naomi? What's wrong? Is something bothering you? No. Nothing's bothering me. It's just, I really wished I could have met Lonnie Toshiro. I really wanted to ask him for his autograph, but meetups with him are so rare, though, Naomi says, pouting a little at the thought of never meeting her idol face to face. Aw, don't worry, Naomi. Tell you what, if I get an opportunity to talk to him, I'll ask him for you, okay? Hearing your words, Naomi's eyes practically sparkled as she grabs both your hands excitedly. She bore a large grin on her face. Really? You do that for me? You promise? Naomi asks, practically jumping onto the spot like a child at a candy store. I promise, Naomi. Naomi grins, taking you up on your promise. Well, it's getting late. We should probably get home before it rains, Harvey says, and as soon as you and the rest start walking towards the exit, the loud tapping of a wine glass echoed across the amphitheater, catching the attention of everyone there, including yours. There was a gentleman on center stage, dressed in a nicely tailored blue jacket. You recognized him as the director of the show, Roland Frederick. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming here tonight. We do hope that all of you enjoyed our show. We are so happy that the fruits of our labor have not been a waste. People then began to clap before it slowly came to a stop. Now, as per our tradition when it comes to these shows, we will be selecting a random audience member to get the chance to meet our actors face to face. As Roland was talking, a member of staff comes in with a fishbowl filled with small tickets. Everyone's eyes fixated on the bowl just as Roland rummaged through the small slips of paper, finally pulling out one ticket, glancing at the name on it before opening his mouth to speak once more. Congratulations, Justin. You are our lucky audience member. Please come to the side of the stage to get your chance to meet our actors, Roland says with a big grin. The crowd claps in celebration for you, some even whistling in glee. You, however, were stunned. So much so that your jaw was practically on the floor, along with everybody else's. You won? As for everyone else, once again, thank you for coming to our show. Have a good night and see you all at the next one, Roland says before retreating backstage to the side, awaiting the lucky audience member's arrival. Your stunned silence was met with Naomi's excited squeal as she practically jumped on you, bringing you into a hug. Oh my god, Justin, congratulations! Naomi exclaims, getting stares from the others, but they were more so understanding after hearing your name. After all, you did practically win the lottery. Congrats, Justin. It's not every day that people get to meet the great Lonnie Toshiro. I'm honestly a little jealous, Harvey jokes, which earned you a nudge from Savannah. You're jealous? Well, so am I. Ugh, you're so lucky, Naomi says, playfully pouting before grinning at you. Don't forget your promise, okay, Justin? You promise you won't forget, right? Naomi asks, practically giving you puppy eyes. I know. I promise I'll get you that autograph. I should probably head to the director now before I lose the chance. I'll meet up with you guys later, okay? Oh, right. Good luck and have fun, Justin. We'll meet back up with you at the den, Naomi says, grinning. You nod as you wave the group goodbye before making your way to Roland. As you approach, Roland gives you a big smile and he bows elegantly like a gentleman, staring at your tall form, surprised but not intimidated. Ah, you must be Justin. Congratulations on winning again. Are you ready to meet the lovely acting duo? Roland asks, waiting for your answer. Yeah, I'm ready. Great. Now follow me. They're both backstage and are both dying to meet their fans, Roland says, and you follow him backstage. Alrighty then. Cells, I cannot believe that we won. I don't think I've ever won anything like that before, so... Ah, man, well, now I know what to do. They said they're backstage. I think that's over here, right? Yeah, they're over here. It's a little dark around here, but it's fine. As promised, the two actors were there, though one seems less enthusiastic than the other. The woman, Delilah, stood there with her chin raised arrogantly as she kept her fur wrapped around her shoulders, her eyes practically at the door. The other, however, was a more honest-faced gent, his hands placed on a sapphire gem handle on his long black cane. From how he was practically standing on his own, the cane was merely an accessory to go with his ringmaster-like outfit. How long is this going to take? A female's voice sounded, looking at her polished nails as if they were the most interesting thing in the world. All right. Patience, Delilah. One does not rush these things. Besides, I do like interacting with my fans. It's quite nice to have a normal conversation once in a while. The eccentric winter gentleman next to her replies back. Unlike the female actress with the fox fur wrap, he seemed more enthusiastic about the opportunity compared to his co-star. Alrighty then. Roland clears his throat, signaling the duo that you have arrived. Justin, meet Lonnie Toshiro and Delilah Rosewood. Guys, this is Justin, our lucky audience member, Roland says with a smile as he stares at Delilah, as if telling her to behave. The former rolls her eyes at this, and she just begins to size you up, practically scrunching her nose. Cold. Lonnie, however, walks up to you casually, holding out his gloved hand with a kind smile. Greetings. My name is Lonnie Toshiro. It's nice to meet a fine fellow such as yourself. We do hope you enjoyed the show. I did, actually. It was really, really good. You took his hand and shook it back, Lonnie giving a sincere yet firm grip. Looking at Lonnie, you can tell he was very sincere and was enjoying the meet and greet, unlike Delilah, who gave you a forced wave and who Roland simply glared at, practically telling her to behave herself. I do apologize for my fellow co-star. It's her first time doing meet and greets like this, so she's a little difficult, Lonnie says to you, leaning closer to at whispered distance. Anyways, let's get down to business, shall we? You came here to see us after all, and you look like a fine, upstanding gent. Please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm an open book, a gaping novel. Ask away, Lonnie says, practically encouraging an interview. Your mind wanders, searching for questions to ask Lonnie, wondering what to ask a high-standing celebrity like him. As you racked your brain for anything to ask him, you remember the situation with the orphanage and the thought of finding a new benefactor. The idea pops into your head, and you look at Lonnie, gazing at the accessories he has and how elegantly he dresses. From his looks alone, you may mistake him for a noble from how expensive everything looks on him. Perhaps you could... No, that's not right for you to do. After all, what are the chances that someone like this, who you just met, would even... Are you all right, sir? Is something the matter? Lonnie asked, a frown growing on his face after noticing your troubled expressions. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. My friend, I can tell when somebody is fine or not, and you, my dear fellow, certainly don't look fine. Please, rest assured, whatever it is, I won't be upset about it, Lonnie says, giving you a reassuring smile, as if encouraging the question. Should you tell him? I mean, there's no harm in it, and that orphanage certainly needs it the most. Plus, if he is okay with it, then why not take the chance? Or the risk? You took in a deep breath, preparing yourself for rejection, but despite that, you remained strong. These people needed you now more than ever. Actually, there is something I want to ask you. Oh, well, speak up, my friend. No need to be shy. The stage is yours, Lonnie says, his sunny aura practically radiating. Well, here goes nothing. Alrighty then. There's this orphanage by the docks that's in trouble. Their last benefactor stopped with their payments, and now they're struggling to get by. I've been looking for a new benefactor, but I haven't seemed to be getting any luck on that. I was hoping to ask if you could be their new benefactor. You don't have to, of course. I understand if you're a busy person. You're damn right. We're very busy, and playing charity with some orphans is just not in our schedule. I don't know about Toshiro, but I wouldn't be caught dead in those docks, Delilah cuts in, her snobbish tone practically unfiltered. Delilah, please behave yourself, Roland says, glaring at the actress who just continues to stare out her colored nails, bored out of her mind. Lonnie was silent, his eyes widened from your words. Your sudden request seemed to have stopped him in his tracks. You frowned, fearing that you may have misjudged the situation a little. You started to wonder if it would have been better if you had thought this through more. You expected him to shoo you away, to outright tell you to leave and never return. However, as luck would have it, the expression he wore and the words he said next brought a smile to your face. In all of my years of scouring the world, I have never seen someone approach me with such a selfless request. It's honestly quite refreshing to see. Lonnie places his hand on your shoulder, his cold exterior contradicting his warm personality. I'll do it, Lonnie says, grinning at you, which shocks Delilah and makes Roland smile. Huh? Wait, really? Yes, really. In fact, I wish to see this orphanage for myself. I want to see what improvements we can make on the place and provide whatever they need. You have my word. I will do anything I can do to help, Lonnie says with an excited grin. It stuns you to see him being so okay with this, as if helping people was second nature to him. Lonnie, I really don't think... Delilah gets cut off by Lonnie, turning to Roland. Dear director, if you don't mind, I would like to take some time off for the rest of the night to go see the orphanage with Justin. Would that be okay? I know it's a sudden change of scene, but it's for a good cause, Lonnie asks. Yeah, sure, Lonnie. In the meantime, I will be talking to Delilah about proper etiquette, Roland says, practically pushing Delilah out with him before she could make any more remarks. Lonnie turns to you and smiles gently. Shall we go then, Justin? Yeah, let's Let's go. All right. This is it. This is the orphanage. Whew. Hope that wasn't too much of a walk for you. I don't really like making people walk a bunch of places, but yeah, you get the idea. Here, let's go on in. Or knock, shall we? It was a silent night. Lonnie and Justin made their way to the orphanage door. Justin takes the lead while Lonnie trails behind him, already looking up at the building, almost as if taking a good look at it. Well, this is the place. I see. Yes, this place has seen better days, but I'm sure I can do something about it, Lonnie says, smiling, which relieves Justin as he approaches the door, taking a deep breath before knocking on it. It was quiet for a while before the door opened, and there stood Maribel, who once spotted Justin, greeted him. Oh, Justin, it's you! Please, come in. The kids have been Maribel's jaw dropped once she saw who was behind Justin. The famous gentleman tips his hat in greeting. Greetings, madam. My name is Lonnie, and my friend Justin here says this place is in need of assistance. May I come in? Lonnie asks, with politeness, smiling kindly at Maribel. Maribel was frazzled, surprised, and shocked to see this famous person about to walk into this little orphanage. Oh, no, I don't mind. Please come in, Maribel reassures Lonnie and lets both of them walk inside. She goes into the kitchen, offering them a place to sit, and soon comes back with some tea. Here you are. I apologize for not having some biscuits to go along with the tea, Maribel says, a bit ashamed to be offering so little to someone with a big name. No, this tea is quite enough. Thank you for your hospitality, Lonnie reassures her and takes a sip, loving the aroma of the freshly made tea. You turn to Maribel with a soft smile, trying to ease the slight awkwardness of the moment. So, how are you and the kids, Maribel? Everything okay? Well, Max and the others have stopped stealing, of course, and are just helping around the orphanage, cooking and cleaning, Maribel says, smiling gently. Honestly, I'm just a little worried about this place shutting down if we don't find a new benefactor soon. Maribel sighs deeply, and a heavy weight on her shoulder. Lonnie smiles at you, nodding gently, as if signaling you that he is about to give her some great news. Madam, my friend Justin here has told me about how this place needs a new benefactor, and from the looks of things, this place is in quite the state of disrepair. My heart bleeds for this place, and honestly, looking at some of the children running around, I am reminded of my own upbringing, so I have given it some thought, and I would like to ease your sorrows, Lonnie says, pausing dramatically for a moment, as if a drum roll just sounded in his head. I would be honored to be the new benefactor of this orphanage, Lonnie says, smiling gently and brightly at Maribel. Maribel tears up hearing his words, as you could see the joy clear in her eyes. Wait, really? Would you really do that? Would that really be all right, Mr. Tashiro? You are a busy man after all. Lonnie stood up, posing elegantly, as he smiled at Maribel. Madam, I will stake my reputation on this decision. Nothing would make me happier than to help you and your children live in a greener pastures where you won't have to worry about a single coin ever again. In fact, I might propose to the director to have half of the proceedings of my payment from my shows to go to here. I will aspire to work harder and ease your nerves. In fact, Lonnie takes off his hat and pulls out a huge bag of coins underneath it that he recently got from his recent shows and hands it to Maribel. Have this. It should last for about 2 months at best, maybe even help with getting some repairmen over here to fix the place up, Lonnie says before sitting down once again. His smile ever so reassuring, still at Maribel, who took the bag and stared at it with the mouth agape. She teared up and bowed a bit in thanks, sobbing in the joy for the children. Oh, thank you, Mr. Tashiro. Thank you. She sobs more and holds onto the coins. The children will be so happy for your help. Maribel gets up to go put the coins in a safe spot before she comes back once again to sit down. Maribel looks at Justin and grabs his hands, smiling happily, her eyes still brimming with tears. Oh, Justin, thank you for bringing Mr. Tashiro here. You've saved this place and the kids. You're both of you. The both of you, I can't thank you enough. A warm smile grows on her lips. You were honestly glad that you managed to help this place find a good person like Lonnie to help them out. You feel a sense of accomplishment in a way. Do you feel like a hero? It's no problem, Maribel. I just did what I thought was right. From the corner of your eyes, you could see Lonnie give an approved smile as Maribel sees Max come in. Yes, Max? Miss Mary, I finished setting the table and I got the younger kids to bed, the little boy who was once one of the 3 thieves says, smiling up to the caretaker who nods. Oh, okay, I'll start preparing the meal, then go call everyone to supper, Maribel says as Max nods and turns to see you. He gave you a bit of a wave before running off as Maribel turned to you and Lonnie. Well, you two, I need to go take care of the kids now. Honestly, thank you again for this. You have indeed saved this place, she says, feeling so thankful to know that there were good people such as you two. It's no problem, really. You and the kids take care, okay, Maribel? Maribel nods, and you and Lonnie head out into the dark blue galaxy outside. As you both exited the door, you turned to Lonnie and gave a slight thankful bow to him. Mr. Toshiro, thank you again for your help. You really saved these kids. I can't repay you enough for your kindness. Lonnie seems a bit shocked at your sudden thankfulness, but smiles regardless. Oh, my dear friend, please do call me Lonnie, and it's no problem. I am happy I got to do this. Helping this local orphanage reminded me of my roots and when I became an entertainer in the first place. If it gets people like children and Miss Maribel to smile as they have earlier, then I consider it an accomplishment already, he says, smiling. Still, thank you, Lonnie. I owe you a lot. Well, I certainly did enjoy our adventure today, but honestly, I'm not ready to part like this. I feel like celebrating this wondrous occasion, Lonnie says, thinking for a bit before looking at Justin. Is there any place you think of where we can get a good meal and drink? You think for a moment before smiling. Actually, there is a place I would love to show you. I think you'll definitely love it. Alright. Here's the place. This is where I work at, or at least one of the places I work at. It's a tavern by the name of the Derman's Den. I'm sure you'll like it in there. Come on, let's go. Alright. You make your way into the den. Your friends waiting you on the inside as you knock on the door and let yourself in. Your towering figure walks in to see the crew having a nice conversation with one another. Hey guys, I'm back. They all turn to you and wave. They all turn to Justin and wave at him. Naomi rushes at you and smiles brightly at you. Justin, how'd it go? Naomi asks with sparkling eyes, smiling brightly as she couldn't wait to hear everything. Did you get to meet Lonnie? How was it? Was he nice? Did you give me his autograph? You chuckle as you could also feel Lonnie behind you trying not to make a noise as well and spoil the special guest surprise. Well, I would tell you, but why don't you ask him yourself? Huh? What do you mean? Naomi's words would stop themselves short as she realized who was behind you. As you step to the side, Lonnie appears there, tipping his hat, greeting the very people that aided you in your stay in Erewhon. Harvey and Savannah had their jaws practically on the floor while Naomi looked like she was about to scream and shatter all the windows in the den, but controlled herself, not wanting to scare off the big idol. You felt like she was about to pass out, so you ready yourself to catch her, but she reassures you with a small wave that she'll be fine. Greetings to you all. It's honestly wonderful to meet people that have helped my new friend Justin whilst he stays in Erewhon. I have heard how spectacular this place is. I wanted to see it for myself, Lonnie says as he goes up to Naomi. I believe you're the friend that wanted this, Lonnie says, lifting his hat and his hands, lifting his hat and he hands Naomi his autograph that was put in a small frame as promised by Justin earlier. Naomi holds on to it, smiling from ear to ear, and looks at Justin thankfully before looking at Lonnie. Oh my god, thank you so much! This is a great gift! I will hang it up in my room. It will be in the hallroom for generations to come. Naomi jumps up and down, excitedly holding the autograph close to her chest. Don't thank me. Thank Justin. He was the one who asked for me to do that on the way here, Lonnie says, hearing that, Naomi runs up to you and engulfs you in a big hug. Justin, thank you, she exclaims happily. You're welcome, Naomi. I hope you like the surprise. I do. You're the best, Justin, Naomi says as she goes to hang the autograph up in her room upstairs before coming back downstairs again. Mr. Toshiro, on behalf of everyone here at the Derman's Den, we thank you for visiting our quaint little shop. It's an honor to meet a famous name like yours, Harvey says, trying to be a good host and be polite. Please, let us offer you a drink as thanks for visiting our establishment. Lonnie gives a soft smile and nods. I would be delighted. Thank you. As the time passes and the day fades further into the night, the sounds of Meriton cheers echoed into the den as good memories were being made. Hello, everybody. Oh, that was quite the stream. I hope someone in chat was tallying how many scuff moments we had. I think I counted maybe like three big scuffs and a few little stumbling word scuffs, but honestly, overall, was a good stream. Dude, Justin guessed who Lonnie was. I was trying to read the chat the whole time, but then I was like, no, I can't really do that, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to read what the chat was saying when I rewatch this and whatnot. But yeah, we had a few little word scuffs here and there. I was reading a lot, so like I definitely stumbled on my words, and I apologize about that. And you know, we did have some scuff moments, but again, I fully expected that to happen. But nevertheless, we had an amazing stream. I had an amazing time. I hope you guys had an amazing time. And I saw that, you know, my co-writer Yuki over there is in the chat and all that stuff. It turned out amazing. Oh, thank you so much. I want to give a huge thanks to Yuki, who's in my chat. She's one of my mods. She's a really good friend of mine, and she helped co-write this stream. She actually made some of the dialogue that we just read, like some of the big paragraphs of dialogue and whatnot. She actually wrote a good chunk of the dialogue and all that stuff. Well, I did the other ones and all that good old jazz. So honestly, huge props to Yuki for coming in clutch and whatnot. Thank you so much, Yuki, for honestly helping with all that. I cannot express enough how thankful I am. Regardless if this was a tough stream to do or a tough stream to get out, I'm so glad I was able to get it out regardless and all that good old jazz. Huge thank you to Cam for also helping out with the cinematics and the pasting and the posing. Honestly, if I didn't have her by my side, I wouldn't have gotten this stream out as well. So honestly, thank you to the both of you for helping out majorly. And I also want to thank the backstage who helped with these streams today. We had 4 backstages in total. We had Flame, we had Cat Kittersons, we had Flint, and we had Lilla. All 4 of them, regardless of the tough tasks ahead of them, you know, they did phenomenal and they did great. Like honestly, they pushed through regardless of how complex it was, and honestly, I can't help but give thanks to them. Thank you guys so much for your help in today's stream. And I just want to thank you guys in general for supporting the stream regardless of its scuffness and moments here and there. Honestly, it wasn't even that bad of a stream. Honestly, the scuff moments were kind of very little, I guess you could say. So yeah. Why are people saying Ovek in my chat? Is Ovek in my chat? Is he here? Is he in my chat, or do you guys want me to raid him? No, people to raid. Okay, if Ovek's live, we can do a raid. I haven't done a raid in a long time. Just so guys, stay here so we can participate in the raid. All right, let's do that here. Let me pull it up. Let's pull up. Let me just make sure I got his, like, I get the right name and whatnot. Okay, so Ovek live. Oh yeah, we can definitely rate him and whatnot. But honestly, I just want to thank you all again for tuning in, and thank you to everybody who contributed and helped to the stream. This was the most complex and the most hardest stream to get out of my Skyline perspective. But don't you guys worry, I already have a plan for the next one, and I cannot wait for you guys to be there with me when it finally happens. Honestly, thank you guys so much for all of the support, and I just can't thank you guys enough. I can't thank you guys enough for building this amazing community, and I'm glad to be a part of it regardless of how many episodes I produce and whatnot. But I'm glad you all had, honestly, a great time. I did as well. Thank you again to everybody who followed, who donated bits, to anything and whatnot. You guys are a part of the Emerald Evolution, and I hope you guys are enjoying your stay. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for me today. My name is You Can't Justice, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye! Also, before I go, happy birthday to Swan. I forgot to say that in the beginning, but I'm going to say that now. Happy birthday to Swan. Happy birthday to anybody whose birthday is today. We're going to go raid Ovek now. Goodbye, chat.